King's Country at kingscountry.net. Come on in and welcome to the Jim King of the Radio Show for a TGIF edition. You can catch the TV show at 11:30 here in Southeast Texas on the CW with Kevin Fowler kicking it off. A couple of exclusive segments sponsored by Texas Construction Resources. We have Her Highness Sarah Evans in the Royal Spotlight thanks to King's Country Internet Radio. And thanks to Glenn's Express Collision, the Will Carter Band will be in the Royal Spotlight. Check it out at 11:30. I'll give you a preview here on the radio. Theater of the mind, as it were. I'm Jim King of the radio. Come on in, and here comes Her Highness Faith Hill. This Kiss.
I don't want another heartbreak. I don't need another turn to cry. No.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. Jim King of the radio, self-proclaimed King of the radio and TV. Because you got to learn to blow your own horn or there's no music. I found that out years ago, waiting for people to elevate me, Jim King of the radio. I did it myself. I did it all myself. Kind of like Lainey Wilson today. You seen her? Man, she's just everywhere. Lainey Wilson was asked how she feels about some people dubbing her the new queen of country. Here's what she had to say.
That's a lot of pressure, but I also feel like I've taken what I've learned from the women who I say are the queens of country, and I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can. I don't know if I'll ever fill those shoes completely, but I'm going to try.
Coming to you from the studio of King of the Road Productions on the west end of Beaumont, where I've been doing this thing for going on 2 decades now. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. I'm talking about the TV show. Yeah, this weekend we're going to close it out with the Will Carter Band captured live up there in Houston area about a month or two ago. Got a song called Sway. We'll give that a little acoustic spin. Got the Southeast Texas debut of Sarah Evans' new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. Going to kick it off with a couple of Kevin Fowler segments. Here's a little sample for your dining and dancing pleasure.
Dust Bowl, the land of twisters and tumbleweeds. You can drive for 40 miles and never see a single tree. 80 days with no rain in sight. Can smell the feedlot if the wind's just right. If you wanna know who I am, just look at where I'm from. I'm just a panhandle poor boy, 4th generation born and bred. Texas dust is in my blood. It's where they lay me when I'm dead. It's a rough and rugged land, but it made me who I am. No matter where this life takes me, I know I'll always be just a panhandle poor boy.
Kevin Fowler grew up playing piano a little bit. You ever play any keyboards?
Oh, Lord, no.
No?
No, I was always kind of the band geek, you know. My mom, when I was in 2nd grade, she was pushing me. All the kids were all playing football. She put me in piano lessons, you know. But I guess maybe she's smarter than I thought.
You get picked on at all for that by the other kids?
Probably. Maybe I blocked it out. Yeah. But, you know, but, you know, looking back, you know, maybe my mom's smarter than I thought. So here I am, you know, 20-something years later, still doing it.
Best mistake I ever made.
You're a very resilient artist, and it's a tough business, isn't it?
It is, you know. We've been doing it a long time, you know, and all these young kids coming up, Cody Johnson and Josh Abbott, and all that, keeping us old men on our toes.
You've had a lot of national exposure, and you guys do tour outside of Texas quite a bit.
Yeah, we do a lot. You know, next week we're all up in Kansas and Nebraska and that area. And the whole Texas and the red dirt music thing is really spread. It's really strong in the Midwest now, all the way up to Chicago. Me and Krager played up in Chicago a while back and almost sold it out. You know, it's it's really cool to see how this thing started. You know, I've been there since day one, you know, about 98 or so when the whole scene kind of got going. And it's been really cool to watch it grow into what it is now, you know. And back then, you know, Pat was the only guy that could do 1,000 people, you know. And now, you know, at 1,000 people we lose money, you know. So just to see how it's grown, it's been a good ride. It's been a hell of a ride just be part of it.
If you go back in the Texas country roots, who are some of the earliest artists that you really look up to? So people like Jerry Jeff Walker, maybe Robert Earl King.
I've always been a big Willie fan, and Willie's really been good to all of his Texas guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in duets with me and Pat, and everybody that asks pretty much. Randy's got one on his new record, and you know, and he never asks a dime or anything from us, you know, and he's really good about, you know, helping out the younger guys, and you know, and just supporting us, putting us on shows, you know. And he was, man, especially early years, you know, when Beer Bait and Ammo came out and everything, Willie and his whole camp was really good to us, you know. And I tried to learn a lot of lessons from him, you know, especially the way I handled fans and stuff. You know, I went to a Willie show, and before he knew I had a band together, went and saw him at Stubbs in Austin, and he stood out there by the bus and signed autographs. The very last person was gone.
Check out Kevin Fowler kicking off this weekend's Jim King of the TV show, first airing actually here in Southeast Texas at 11:30 this morning. Preview on the KFDM Channel News, Channel 6 News, news at noon at 12 noon. As we keep them coming on the Jim King of the Radio show. King's Country, kingscountry.net. I better get this out of the way before the lunch hour because it has to do with something, well, let's just say it's Happy National Asparagus Day. And you know what happens after you eat asparagus? Sometimes your pee smells weird. Here's Danny Rocket with Asparagus Pee to help you celebrate.
Asparagus pea, won't you flow out of me? You come out so bitter, but you make me happy. There's no other vegetable that gives love back to me. Asparagus pea.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. I'm Jim King of the radio. You know, things have changed quite a bit in the 25 years that I've resided here in Southeast Texas, the right side of Texas. But anyway, I've been noticing lately we haven't had a lot of major concerts in our area. I mean, like big headliners, such as Dierks Bentley, and that explains why I'm having a fabulous flashback of the last time he appeared in our neck of the woods.
King of the road.
Fabulous flashback backstage at Ford Park with Dierks Bentley at the 2006 Dude Bra Brew Music Festival.
The modern day drifter has come back to Beaumont. Dierks, thanks for picking Beaumont for the Dude Bra Brew Music Festival. You going to do another one of these, hopefully back here?
Yeah, you know, this is our first time really trying to do something like this, just combining some people we love that may not have huge careers nationally, but obviously in this part of the country they're as big as any Nashville or her big Texas star. So just trying to do this the first time, see how it goes, and chose Beaumont to get it started, and hopefully be back here again next year, see how it goes tonight.
Why Beaumont? You like Beaumont because they're Texas country artists? Is that why?
Yeah, just obviously because of the Texas connection, and you know, I played here before at Wild Bill's and just had a really great crowd that was really wild and crazy, and so we thought it'd be a good crowd to try this show out in front of.
Thanks, Dierks.
Yeah, man. Well, hope you guys enjoy it. You guys can go out there and watch some of it?
Oh, yeah. We've already been out there, and I hope you come back next year for this and make it an annual event.
Yeah, I hope this is something, like I said, starting out today at the first time, and depending on how the crowd response is and how it goes over, we'll probably be back again.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, dude.
All right, folks. Y'all ready for the main event? You know his latest album, Modern Day Drifter. The single, Settle for a Slowdown. Give it up for Dierks Bentley.
Welcome to the Jim King of the Radio show on King's Country at kingscountry.net. If you're new to our station, we can be a brief history. We launched this bad boy way back in 2011, July 4th, 2011, which is very apropos since we are independent, and that was Independence Day. So we've been going pretty much nonstop since then with the most magnificent country music mix from today and yesterday. Take the King's Country Challenge. Listen to that awful terrestrial radio if you can stand it for a little while with all their commercials and skinny little playlists. Or satellite radio and then come back to us. I think you'll notice a huge difference. And thanks for streaming King's Country. Tell your friends about it.
Like Willie
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Of course, we're cruising into Memorial Day weekend. For you working stiffs, that means you get a 3-day weekend. None of my business, but what you going to be doing this weekend? I think me and my sweetie, Suzanne Simmons, might spark up that new grill that I bought her recently. Maybe throw a couple steaks on the Barbie. Who knows? Whatever you do, have fun, be safe, and keep it between the ditches. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Today's show is brought to you by 3-Day Weekends. Monday's way of saying, it's Tuesday's turn to suck.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. Got to have at least one stupid story on the news, from the news on the show. Jim King of the radio show. A California mother, did you see this? Was fined over $88,000 after her kids collected just 72 protected clams from a beach. Apparently, they thought they were just seashells. Here's Charlotte Russ talking about the big mistake.
My kids were picking, or they thought they were collecting seashells, but they actually collected clams, 72 to be exact. Right before we went, I had decided to look at it, and that's when I saw the amount. It was just really sad. It made me really sad and depressed, and, it kind of ruined our trip. They know now at the beach, don't touch anything. But, they know now what a clam is compared to what a seashell is. I've had to explain that to them. It was definitely one expensive trip to Pismo. Unforgettable.
Oh, and by the way, the mother was able to get the fine reduced to $500. Still expensive for 72 clams. Goodness gracious. Streaming from the studio of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas, where it all goes down for TV and radio. Yes, TV, you got several more opportunities to catch the latest Jim King of the TV show. Episode number 927 airing this week. We're going to close it out with the Will Carter Band, captured live by King of the Road Productions last March over there in the Houston area. That's our Glenn's Express Collision in the Royal Spotlight segment. We'll have Her Highness Sarah Evans' new video. It's called 21 Days. We'll give that a spin as our King's Country music clip of the week from Nashville. And, of course, Kevin Fowler will be kicking it off, as I told you earlier. Thanks to Texas Construction Resources. Another sample.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road Show.
Oh, hi-yo to the game.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
It's the smell of gunpowder on the Alamo walls, a red Corpus sunset, Hill Country blue bonnets, brisket cougars, Joe T's enchiladas. It's floating the Frio, cold beer in hand. It's a couple two-step into a twin fiddle band. It's a Saturday rodeo, Friday night lights. You ever seen in your life? For those who the mud on the brazos and red rivers run through our blood. Let the world know we'll fight to the death for the land and the people we love. Gather around, friends,
rock guitarist, weren't you, with the Dangerous Toys?
Yeah, I started out just as a, I was just playing guitar, and I just was kind of gun for hire kind of deal.
Yeah.
And played with those guys for about a year and had my own stuff going on rock stuff for a long time. But as I started getting more heavily into songwriting, all the stuff I was writing was country stuff, you know. And I mean, that just came from all those early years, you know, when I was growing up. My dad's house, there wasn't none of that long-haired hippie music allowed, you know. It was, it was Merle Haggard and, you know, hee-haw on Saturday nights and the whole 9 yards. So I think it just must have sunk into my psyche, you know, because everything I was writing was country stuff, you know. So when I started singing my own stuff, here we are, still doing it.
I think that the early rock influence kind of carries over into your performances now. Because your stage shows do rock.
Definitely. Tell somebody, you know, we're a little bit of Merle, we're a little bit of Metallica. We're like, our stage show is a rock show, you know. Everybody in my band, you know, came from the rock world, you know, except for my fiddle and steel player. They were always country players. But you know, I think we bring that, you can tell, you know, that influence is in there.
Wake up one day, decide to make the switch to country because of your roots, or how did that work out?
You know, it was kind of a slow evolution. You know, I was playing Dangerous Toys, and I started writing my own stuff, and I was doing more of a southern rock country kind of thing, a band called Thunderfoot, and then just kind of that was kind of a stepping stone, you know. And as I got more heavily into writing, that's what I was writing, you know. And all the bands I was in, they're like, dude, you're a redneck. We can't play those songs. You know, just started my own thing, and originally, the first couple of records weren't even really to be records. They were just, they're really just demos, you know. The one for the road record, you know, I just put that out there. I was trying to get cuts. I was trying to get people to cut my songs. I wasn't planning on being a singer or frontman. It just kind of fell into this thing.
Your songs have been recorded by Montgomery Gentry, our own Mark Chestnut from Beaumont, also Kershaw. Sammy Kershaw's recorded.
George Jones cut Beer Bait and Ammo a couple years ago. So, man, we've been really lucky, man. I've had a lot of great cuts, and I'm kind of starting to do more of that now. You know, I'm writing more songs and you know, shopping them, but I'm still writing. I write them all for me. If anybody else wants to record them, they're welcome to.
The Jam-Packed Show this weekend. Don't miss it. Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV. Take your pick and just don't miss it. And as always, thanks for streaming King's Country. We do have the most magnificent country music next to King's Country, kingscountry.net. That does it for a TGIF edition. As we cruise into Memorial Day weekend, have a great weekend. Hope you get to spend it in relaxing times at least. Hopefully with friends and family. None of my business. Keep between the ditches. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week on the Jim King of the Radio Show. And don't miss the TV show this weekend.